My dear students, Assalamu alaikum. I hope that you all would be fine. And today we'll be discuss about the shortcut keys of Microsoft Excel. And I have told you that I will give you an announcement, an important announcement in today's class. So I hope that you all would join as soon as possible so that I can give you the announcement. So in today's class we will learn about Microsoft Excel shortcut keys. I hope you all would join as soon as possible so that we can complete our today's class. I am waiting for you to join. I am sharing the link to the group so that all of you can join. I am waiting for you. So welcome to the class of Microsoft Excel, and in today's class we are going to learn about the shortcut keys of Microsoft Excel. We will learn about the most useful shortcut keys which can be used in Microsoft Excel, and also we will have an important announcement for all of you. Yesterday I could not take your class just because I was not feeling well, and today too, but uh, you know that I have commitments with many things, and that's why I'm conducting today's class for you. And today's class we are going to learn about most useful shortcut keys. Without using these shortcut keys it would be difficult, it would be a consuming thing for you to work in Excel. If you learn these shortcut keys by heart, then you will able to increase your speed in Microsoft Excel. And we also have a very good announcement for all of you which will encourage you, but that announcement will be made to you at to the end of the today's class. So at any time I can announce that thing, so please watch this video from start to the end live. So I'm going to start. Yes, I have made this complete list of shortcut keys for Microsoft Excel for you, so that you can use them, and we will practice each of them. These are the most useful shortcut keys. There are hundreds of shortcut keys in Excel, but these are the most useful. I found them, and I'm share like I like to share as I experienced them, because I find them very useful when I when I use them in my daily life. So the first shortcut key among them is tab. If you want to move to any next cell, you use tab. You usually use tab. As you can see here that I am using tab, and then when I use tab, this moves to next cell. The cursor moves to the next cell. You can see over here this way. By using tab, the cursor is moved from the next cell to the right of the current cell. Okay, and it was the first shortcut key. Now if I want to select all the contents of a worksheet, how can I do this? I will press CTRL. You can see over here that this shortcut key Control A. Control A is used to select all the contents of a worksheet. Yes, Control A. You can see over here that now everything inside this worksheet is selected. Control A. When I press Control A, each and everything is selected. So, and the third is Control B. If suppose if I am working with text, I want to bold a text in the highlighted section, then how can I do this? So for example, I have written over here A. I want to bold it. How can I do this? Control B. I can bold it by pressing Control B. And suppose if I want to copy all the cells in the highlighted section, I will practice over here. I will press Control C over here, and it will copy this, and I will press Control V over here, and it will paste this to this place. You can see this. And suppose if you want to fill down the cells beneath with the contents of this selected cell, how can you do this? For example, I have written over here 1 2 3 1 2, and I want to copy all the cells, and I'll fill all the cells down. How can I do this? I will press Control D. You can see over here that this 12 is now filled down to this place too. So Control D fills down the cells beneath with the contents of the selected cell. You can see over here that Control D. Now if I want to select within the some content in the worksheet, how can I do this? I will press Control F, and suppose I want I am going to find bold, this word bold, and I am going to find it. Find all. Click on Find All. You can see over here that so it will show me these, and the first, it is the cursor is on this cell, and if I find next, then it goes to this cell. This is the second occurrence of the word bold. You can see over here that, and it is the first occurrence of the word bold. You can see over here that the bold is written over here, and when I use the find feature of Microsoft Excel, then it shows me like this. And for example, if I go to this, I have searched over here bold, and now moving forward, what we have learned is Control F till control F. Now if you want to go to a certain area, how can you do this? If you want to go to a certain area, how can you do this? You will press control G. So I press control G. Now this go to dialog box is opened and it is asking me for a reference where I should go. So if I go to some place and it asks me to go to that place, then how will I use this function, this feature? I will, for example, I want to go to A6 and then I wrote this. You can see over here that my cursor is now in A6. So it's in the A6. Once again, for example, if I want to A6, control F, control G, we have used the control G or go to a certain area feature. Now if I use the control F, if I want to find and replace something, what will I do? I will go to the find and replace function. And how will I go to this find and replace function? I will press this key, control H. I use control H, and when I use this key, it shows again the dialog box with this tab opened, replace. And by using this tab, it makes us easy to use this. The bold, we can, for example, the word bold is written over here. I am finding the bold, this word, the bold, and I want to replace it to BOLD with the small words, with the small alphabets. How can I replace the first with the second one? I can do this by click on replacing. So replace all. You can see over here that Excel showed us that all done. We made 2 replacements. So Excel replaced the second phrase with the first phrase with the second phrase. So in this way we can use the find and replace function, find and replace feature. Where is it? Find and replace. You can see over here that we are on serial number 8, and after serial number 8 we have serial number 9. Control I, put italics on all cells in the highlighted. If I want to make a text italic, for example, I have A written over here and I want to make it italic. How can I do this? I am on this cell and now I am pressing control I. You can see that. Did you notice the changes? I am again repeating. This was the original text and I am going to change it to italic font. How can you please see that the changes which will occur after I press control I. You can see over here that this text is now italicized, and it was italic, the use of italic feature. Control I is the shortcut key for making the text italic. And if you want to insert a hyperlink, how can you do this? You can just press control K to create a hyperlink. You can see over here that insert hyperlink window is now open, and by using this window I can insert a hyperlink. And suppose I have some text written over here and I want to create a table. Name, age, name A, name B, name C, age 10, age 20, age 30. I want to make the table of these. How can I create a table? By using just a shortcut key. I will press Ctrl E. So I am pressing this and it selected all the data in this area to create a table of this whole data. You can see over here that OK. I press OK, and you can see over here that this is name and this is age, and this complete data is now selected, and I am now going to delete this complete data. Table columns, I am going to delete this. You can see over here that this is now deleted. So to create a table you use Ctrl T. And suppose if you just want to open the create table dialog box, so you will press Ctrl L. So this will open the dialog box to create a table, but because there is no data over here, so table will not be created unless you will write some data over here. So Ctrl L also does this. Create table dialog box, it opens. And now I am on this worksheet. I am currently saving this worksheet. I am currently saving this worksheet to you can see over here. Yes, I am currently saving this worksheet over here. And this is Control. Yes, I have saved this worksheet with the name book 2. And suppose if I want to create a new workbook, how can I do this? I will press Ctrl N. By using this Ctrl plus N, I can easily create a new workbook. But remember, then it will not be safe unless you save it. It will not be saved automatically, but you have to save it and name it. You can refer to the first video. It's the second video of this course in which I have clearly explained about the creation of workbooks and the changings and deletions more. And now if you want to open a workbook, you will press this. You will press Control O. Control O is used to open a workbook. So you will press Control O, and when you will press this, then it will show you this option. You can go over either to your computer, either you can open the recent workbooks. I am not going to open, but just showing this that it is used to open any workbook, existing workbook. And suppose if you want to print any current sheet, then how can you do this? You will press Ctrl P and the print dialog box will be open. You can see over here that now from page number 1 to from page number dash to any page you can print this. And suppose if you want to save the open worksheet, for example, if you want to save the worksheet, how can you do this? You will press Ctrl S. Ctrl S saves the open worksheet. Suppose if you want to open the create table dialog box, how can you do this? You will press Control T, and we have practiced this by using this shortcut key you can create a table. And after that, how I want to show you that how can you underline a text. For example, I have written word AAA. I am going to underline this. How can I do this? I will press Ctrl U, and you can see over here that I press only from my keyboard Ctrl U, Ctrl plus U. It underlines the cell in the highlighted area, and I did not use my mouse for clicking on over here, but just I press from the keyboard Ctrl U, so it underlines the text. And if I want to remove the underline, I will again press Ctrl U. Now if you want to paste everything copied in the clipboard to another area, how can you do this? You can write Control, you can press Ctrl C firstly to copy, and after that you will, why this is showing over here, don't, okay, you will copy over here, and you will press over here Ctrl V. So this way you can use the Ctrl V, Ctrl C and Ctrl V. And now if you want to close the current workbook, how can you do this? Ctrl W. Say want to save changes to book 2. I think so that this workbook is now closed. I am again opening this workbook and going to open Excel. Yes, to close the current workbook, I am not going to use this shortcut key because it will close with this workbook, and I would have to again open this workbook. But you can practice this Ctrl W. It will close the current workbook. And after that, if you want to cut and paste cells, how can you do this? For example, I have written over here G, and I want to cut it. I will press Ctrl X. Ctrl X helps you in cutting, and Ctrl V will help you in pasting. You can see over here that Ctrl X for cut, Ctrl V for paste. And suppose if you want to repeat the last entry, redo the last entry, how can you do this? You will press Ctrl Y. Because I have not done Ctrl Y, I have not done a task over here. I am going to write a task. This is 1, for example. I write over here 1, and I want to repeat Ctrl Y. I am going to bold it, Ctrl B. I am going to repeat it, Ctrl Y. And I have B. I am going to repeat it, Ctrl Y. You can see over here that it is again bold. And I did not press Ctrl B over here in this area, but I pressed Ctrl Y, but this repeated the last action. Ctrl Y repeats the last entry. It redo the previous work. Because I have bold this, I make this text, this number bold, and again after that I wrote this, and I only press Ctrl Y, and because it was make bold, so the next was that's action. The previous action was repeated on this cell too by pressing Ctrl Y. And suppose if I want to undo the last action done, Excel has amazing function, amazing shortcut keys. It is amazing feature of Excel that you can undo a work. You can undo a work as well as you redo. You can also undo. For example, if I want to undo, I will press Ctrl Z. You can see that it is now unbold. Ctrl Z and the previous position. Ctrl Z, Ctrl Z, Ctrl Z, Ctrl Z. You can see over there that it will be removed. So because Ctrl Z undo the last action, and it repeatedly undo the last action until you have reached to the first action in your Excel worksheet. You can see. So control Z is most Z and Y are a very useful function of Microsoft Excel, very frequent shortcut keys of Microsoft Excel. And suppose if you want to open the format text dialog box, control 1, you will press control 1. So it will open the format text dialog box. You will click on OK. And suppose if you want to bold all cells in this highlighted section, how can you do this? You will press control B. You can see over there control Z. And suppose if you want to put italics all cells in the highlighted cells, then you will press, you can see that what italic cells looks like. For example, A, and if I make it italic, I can also do this by clicking on over here, but I don't want to do this. I want to do this by just pressing control I, control 3 for italic, control 3. You can press over here control 3 for italic. And suppose if you want to underline all cells in the highlighted section, how can you do this? 1 2 3 4. How can you do this? I want to press underline, control U. How will I do this? I'll press control U, and over here underlines all cells in the highlighted section. And suppose if you want to put a strike through all cells in the highlighted section, how can you do this? I have, for example, I have written over here 5, and I want to put a strike through in this cell. How can I do this? I will press control 5. So control 5, you can see over here that this is now 5 is now a strike through. And suppose control 5, we have used control 5, I am using control 6. Is it doing? Because I have not inserted any object over here, so it is not showing any object. Control 6, but you can show or hide objects with control 6. If I want to show or hide the toolbar, how can you do this? You will press control 7, or you will press again control 7. So it will highlight, it will show or hide the toolbar. Suppose I am here, and you can use this. How can you toggle the outline symbols? You can toggle the outline symbols. How can you toggle? First you will have to insert the symbol. I am going to insert this symbol, for example. And how can you toggle the outline symbols? Control 8. And you can see over here that the symbols can be inserted over here, from here, at any area. Symbols are inserted. For example, this symbol is now inserted here, so you can insert symbols over here. This if you want to hide a row, how can you hide a row? And you can hide a row by using this control 9. Control 9 is used to hide a row. And suppose if you want to hide a column, how can you hide a column? You will press, for example, if I want to hide this column, I will press control, I will press control control 0. You can see over there that the column F is now hidden. So if I want to unhide this, what will I do? I will click over here so that you can see that it is now shown. So control 0 is used to hide columns in Excel. If you want to enter the current time, how can you do this? You will press control shift and semicolon, and if you want, you can see over here that the current time is written over here. If you want to insert over here the current date, control how will you do this? You will press control and then control, then plus, then semicolon, control plus semicolon, control and semicolon you will press, then it will insert the current date, up to date it. And suppose if you want to change between displaying cells value, changes between displaying cells values or formulas in the worksheet, you can see over here that how can you do this? You will press control and this you can see over there, this is this apostrophe, control and this apostrophe. So this switches between the cells values and the formulas. If you want to, either for example you want to show the cells value sometime, or you want to show the formula, you want to see the formula of the whole worksheet, how can you do this? You will press control and then this. You can see over here that it switches between the formula and the cell. You can see for the formula and the value. So you can see over here control and this option. Now if you want to copy a formula from the above cell, how can you do this? How can you do this? You will press this. Suppose if you want to delete the selected column, how will you do this? I want to delete this selected column, and control then shift, control then shift, then double quotations. You can see over here that it deletes the selected column. Control and shift this. How can you insert a new column or row? Control shift and then plus. You can see over here that you can insert a complete row over here, entire column. How can you insert a complete row or column? Control shift and plus option, control shift and plus option from your keyboard, and by using this option you can insert a row. So today's class will be I think so that very large if I can complete all these shortcut keys, and I am skipping some of them. You will maybe think that you maybe find them some boring, and I am going to give you the announcement which I was expected to give you today, that it was a very important announcement which I just want to give you today. and I will give you all these shortcut keys, and I will provide you in the group too, so that you can practice. I can make this video so long that to complete just but because you are just my watch time, but because you are not, I think so that you are not uh, taking interest either, or either you are not watching my video live. So that's why I think so that uh, I should have to give you by not making video come my video on this complete, and you can practice over there if you want, and I'm going to provide this to you on my group, on our Facebook group. The most important announcement which I am going to announce today for all of you is that I am going to start, as some of you already know, that I'm also teaching programming courses for free, or also for example, if you want to take private classes, want to earn you want to take private classes just to focus on, you can uh, take the classes, paid classes. So if you are interested, you can also take paid classes for privately learning. I also can provide them you, but I'm all of you I am adding all of you to my the group which I made for Python, and you will be learning Python, and this will be free of cost for all of you. But I want from all of you to just uh, help me and just focus on the course, the studies, and just promote our page to help us that so that I can continue making videos for you, because I have certain other commitments. You can see, you can imagine that I'm not charging anything from you, and I hope that you will enjoy learning Python too, because you have learned, because Excel and Python is just like a programming language which is highly paid, and I will provide certificate to all of my students who have watched my videos, and as well as they who are enrolled and subscribed to my channel. So in few days I will provide you a link in which I again ask you to share the uh, details for complete for those who have completed the assignments, and after that I will provide you the certificates of for this course. And also that if you are interested, I want to ask from you that which one of you among you is interested to take Python course, and I expect that if you are interested, then you will take live classes, because this is programming, and programming is just a sort of a thing that makes your career, and it helps you in getting a good job, and also it makes you a highly reputable person. So programming is a very successful career these days, and it is most in demand, and you will going to learn Python programming. So I'm going to I'm going to add you from the next week, and today was the last class of Microsoft Excel for this batch. So I will add all of you who are successful in this course, and for all those who are newcomers, to Microsoft Excel. uh, this course will be for them continued, but they can still join. They can still join and can watch our videos and enroll, but because you have done a lot with me and you are interested so much, I want you to learn more. So if you want to support my cause, then please share into your groups, and promote our channel so that we can continue provide you training. We need lots of supporters and subscribers, and lots of likes to our page and groups. In this way only your support can make us happy. We are not demanding any money from you, but if we will not have any support or any feedback or response from your side or anyone else, lots of likes and subscriptions, then it will be difficult for us to continue this journey, because that you can imagine that it costs me a lot, you can't imagine. So I think that I have conveyed today's message, and all the newcomers who are enrolling this course, I am happily and I am gladly welcoming them to our group, and I congratulate them to be the part of this wonderful journey. And you can see the videos of Microsoft Excel from my playlist of Excel. You can see over there, and I hope that you will all enjoy the learning journey, and we will learn some advanced things also from too. If you want to learn more advanced features of Microsoft Excel after we have learned these things, you can contact me in personal, or you can take my premium courses too, because these involves cost. And but I'm not insisting you to take those courses. If you are interested, only if you are interested in this, then in taking that courses, then I will like to add you in that. But if you want to take the certificate for just this course, then it is okay too. But if you want to continue your journey of learning and you want to take the Python course or any other course, then we can also do this. But I am happily announcing that I am adding all of you to our Python group. So I will share a link to all of you to add in my Python group. So join my Python group, and if that WhatsApp group would be filled, then please inform me that the group is filled, so that I will provide you another link, WhatsApp second group of Python, because WhatsApp only adds 256 to 257 members. So I think that you are more than that if you will be added to that group. So it is a happy thing for all of you for enjoy your life and be successful. So in the next class we are going to discuss some Python related things, because surely you will be successful. You who will be successful will be added to our Python group. So stay healthy and keep safe. Thank you.